Hello to all my friends and family. So I'm here today with Rosie. She doesn't want to leave my side, right? So as you can tell by the title of this video, Daniel and I are expecting and we're so happy. Excuse me. I'm in the middle of recording something. So we're so happy for this journey. We couldn't be more ecstatic, and we've been sharing with our closest friends and family so far. And by the time this video goes up on YouTube, I would have announced it to everyone else, my coworkers, the people, all of my friends that are not extremely close with me but are great acquaintances, and especially the people who see me at the gym, so all of my students. It will become public by then. I wanted to document this journey so then one day I can look back on it and just remember everything I was feeling and the enjoyment that we all went through experiencing it. So today it is about mid-March and I am 6 weeks and 3 days, so 6 weeks almost and a half. And today we actually had our first prenatal appointment, which was very exciting. I want to go back and tell you a little bit about the story that we've been going through, like how long did it take us to get pregnant, because we were planning this for a while, actually for maybe like 2 years or so. So we decided that we wanted to get pregnant December of 2017. It was around the holidays and Daniel and I talked about it and we were ready to try to have a baby. But first we decided that we wanted to get a bigger home because we were in a 2-bedroom house. So one we were using as an office and then one was our bedroom. And so we went on a search until we bought a bigger place. So now we're in a 3-bedroom, and this room currently that's very empty is the nursery. So eventually you'll see it transform into the baby room. And we decided, around March that we wanted to try, and we tried March, nothing happened. So March of 2018, nothing happened. After that, I actually was going to start my new job that I am currently now, and I was like, I don't think it would be wise to start a new job and be like, oh well, I'm starting a new job but I'm pregnant at the same time. So we put a hold on it, and then once I received my manuals for work, I started reading through it, and to get my full 12 weeks of stay at home, to be at home with the baby after labor, I would have to be with the company for a full year. So we backtracked 9 months to see when we could start trying to conceive. And so it was around September. So September of 2018 is when we had a go and we started trying. And it actually took us 6 months of trying. I mean, we weren't trying like, oh my god, let's go right now, it's ovulation day. It was just, if it happened naturally, it was going to happen. And so between September and February, so February I found out I was 3 weeks and 5 days. So I guess you can call that early. But I knew my period was coming soon, and that day I was going to have a happy hour. So I was like, before I go to this happy hour, let me make sure I'm not pregnant. So I actually woke up at 5 in the morning, and they say that the best urine to try to get, test your pregnancy is the morning one. So I went 5 in the morning. I was like, I have to go. So it is the time to check. And I was like half asleep. I tried it. And there it was in front of my face, to be pregnant. I didn't even know what to do at 5 in the morning. I was like, what do I do? How do I tell Daniel? Should I wait? Should I surprise him? Should I do something special? And I was thinking about it. And everything that I was thinking about it would require me to wait for a couple of days to surprise him. And I was just so overwhelmed with happiness that I couldn't. So at 5, it was 5:10 in the morning. I woke up Daniel. I was like, Daniel, we need to talk. So yeah, so I told him right there. He actually thought I was waking him up because I was gonna break his heart. But no, so I told him and we hugged and it was a good moment. It's been 3 weeks since I've told Daniel, since we found out. And believe it or not, this thing is still on. So I took a digital pregnancy test, so that way I can know exactly, am I pregnant or am I not pregnant? And I thought these would die like almost automatically. And I don't know if you can still see it, right? But look at that. It's still there. So that's nice. We have it actually in our very first drawer in the bathroom, and every morning we see it, so we get reminded what's to come. So after that, who did I tell? I told one of my closest friends and my mom, of course. And my mom, she was like in denial, like, oh no, it's not happening. Because this will be her first grandchild. So I guess she's not ready to be a grandma. But so she was like, you know, make an appointment with your doctor to make, you know, a confirmation. So I did that, and actually I didn't get an appointment for a while. So I was like 5 weeks and a half when I went to go see my doctor. It was just my general physician, and she just did some blood work in which she was able to measure my ACG levels to see how high it was, and depending on that she could determine if I was pregnant or not. So she did that, and in a couple of days I got the results. I finally showed my mom, and oh my gosh, it like kind of like hit her. Okay, I'm gonna be a grandma for sure. And so by now, like, all of my really close friends and my family, of course, they all know. Everyone has been super supportive and overjoyed for us, especially because we've been together for a while. We've been together for like 5 years. I think my grandma has been the most shocked out of everything, because she's been wanting us to have a child for like the past 2 years. She's been like, when is it gonna happen? Are you guys trying? I'm like, oh my God, Grandma, do you want to talk about this? But she was just overjoyed. She cried, she hugged us. And we told her exactly on her birthday.
La cajita está bella.
¿Ya le gusta la cajita?
El bolsito, todo. ¿Sí? Sí. Oh, no. Me alegro. Me alegro, mijita.
Va a servir tu abuelita otra vez.
El mejor regalo que me vas a dar.
Oh.
Ese es el mejor regalo, mamita.
First, I was cramping, like regular cramping, as if I was going to get my period. So I was a little bit shocked that, you know, I was pregnant, because those couple of days before I was like, oh, for sure I'm getting my period this month, because I was just cramping. And that cramping continued, I guess, well into week 4, which I was able to talk to my doctor today. She said that's completely normal. Let's see, my breasts weren't hurting until much later on, probably like towards the end of week 5 they started to hurt, which I've seen they've grown, but I've noticed they're bigger now. Other than that, I really haven't gotten any cravings. So for nausea and morning sickness, I guess end of week 3, 4, and all of 5, there was nothing at all. I was like, this is good, I'm not feeling anything. And one of my friends even told me that if I wasn't feeling anything now, then most likely I will not feel anything at all throughout the rest of the pregnancy. And I was like, woohoo, I'm one of the lucky ones. Until I reached week 6, and it was like, here's week 6, here is a mountain of nausea. And it's just been crazy. It just really has. So in the mornings I'm actually pretty good, and it's usually around maybe 4 o'clock towards the end of the day, and then at night it's been very hard to sleep the past 3, 4, 5 days. It's just really hard because I feel really gross in the stomach. I've been eating saltines and then also taking some sort of like LaCroix, some sparkling water, so then I could try to like, you know, have some acid reflux and burp it out and feel better. Other than that, I'm pretty much feeling great. I took the first couple of weeks a little soft on exercising, but I am back to full force, and the doctor said whatever I was doing before, continue. You know, you're nice and healthy. There's no complications with your pregnancy, so go. If I want to do CrossFit or HIIT training, weights, anything, I'm good to go. So other than that, there is my prenatal that I went to today. Daniel went with me, and they took my weight, my regular stuff, they took my urine sample, and I met my midwife. So I was looking for a midwife and an OB/GYN. Midwife in particular because they get to spend more time with you. Today was just more of an introduction, and you know, what not to eat. You know, if I have any concerns, keep yourself hydrated, how to exercise. And I talked to her my concerns about going on vacation, because I will be going to Peru in the end of next week. So we talked about all of that. And then after that, we did a vaginal ultrasound. I'm still too early to do a surface ultrasound on the tummy. So next time that I go, I'll be almost 11 weeks, and so should be able to do one through the tummy there. So I'm going to go ahead and insert the video. It's nice and quick of the baby, and you'll be able to see the heart like flickering through. So that was super exciting, because not only do you see, you know, your baby, the new life there, but you already see its functioning heart. It was going super fast, and it was just a beautiful moment. So here are our little ultrasound. So right there is our little baby. So like, it makes it real, huh? I'm gonna be a mama. Be more excited with my midwife. Like, I was really looking for someone that could spend time with you, who's going to be there, not just in and out or just come in the last minute. Because a lot of OB/GYNs, they come in the last minute of your active pregnancy, and then they just deliver the baby and that's it. Midwives are usually there, more hands-on, helping you throughout the delivery and labor process. And on top of that, I was looking for a hospital that they would work with, that would allow you to pretty much be in labor and deliver in any position possible, because I do not know what position is going to be best for me to push this baby out, but I'm going to try to do it 100% natural. Who knows what happens on the day of, but my plan is to do 100% natural, no epidural, and vaginal if possible. So I want someone who is not going to strap me down to a bed, who's going to be able to say, if I want to squat, I can squat. If I want to get on all fours, you know, and push that way, then it is. And also who's going to give me the possibility of having a water birth. So they allow all of that. It's all the way in Boca, so for me that's like a 40-45 minute drive. But if I'm happy with my doctor, my midwife, and I'm happy with what they're going to be able to provide me with, all their services, then I'm more than willing to drive over there. So I'm very excited about having a water birth if possible, and having all those things that come with a water labor, you know, it's supposed to help you. I have so many questions that are going to be coming up. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing weekly, but for sure at least bi-weekly videos of the updates and what I'm going through. So the next video that I will have, I might be in Peru, so I might do an update while I'm in Peru, telling you how it goes. I am going to be hiking up to Machu Picchu. I'm not doing a 4-day hike, but I'm doing a 2-day hike, in which the stays, like the overnight stays in a hotel, so you're not camping, which is better for us. So we had all of this planned since December, January, so no changes now, everything's paid for. So unless my doctor would have said you have a complicated pregnancy, I absolutely don't recommend you going, then we would have maybe changed our plans. But our doctor was like, go, have fun, stay hydrated, and go at your own pace. So blessed be. Yeah, so we take off next week. All right, so stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this video and you're gonna be joining us for the rest of our journey. See you.
So cool. Hello. That's your little rice grain.